Today we will talk about a very special person. His name is Martin Luther King Jr. He was a great leader in America. Many people around the world know his name. He is a hero because he fought for fairness and equality for all people. He wanted everyone to be treated with respect. Dr. King believed that love was stronger than hate. He showed people how to make big changes without fighting. His story is very important. It teaches us about courage. It teaches us about hope. It teaches us about peace. We can learn a lot from his life. His story can also help you learn English. We will use simple words to tell his amazing story. Dr. King lived a long time ago, but his ideas are still very important today. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929. He was born in a city called Atlanta in the state of Georgia. His family was loving and supportive. His father was a pastor at a church. A pastor is a religious leader who guides and helps people in the community. His mother was a teacher. From a young age, Martin was a very smart boy. He loved to read books and learn new things. He did very well in school. His parents taught him to be kind and to believe in himself. They told him that he was special and could do great things. This loving home gave him a strong start in life. Even as a child, Martin saw things that were not fair. In the part of America where he lived, there were rules called segregation laws. These laws kept black people and white people separate. For example, they had to go to different schools. They had to sit in different parts of buses. After finishing his first college degree, Martin wanted to learn more. He went to another school to study religion. He wanted to be a great pastor. He wanted to be a great leader. He read many books about history. He read many books about philosophy. He read many books about religion. One person he learned about was Mahatma Gandhi from India. Gandhi taught that you can fight against injustice without using violence. He called this nonviolent resistance. This means you can show you disagree with something unfair, but you do it peacefully. You can march. You can refuse to obey unfair laws, but you never hurt anyone. This idea was very powerful for Martin. He would lead a movement based on nonviolence. He was preparing himself to be a special kind of leader. The big moment came on December 1st, 1955. In Montgomery, Alabama, a brave woman named Rosa Parks did something simple but powerful. She was sitting on a bus. The law at that time said that black people had to give their seats to white people if the bus was full. When a white man told her to move, she said no. She was tired of being treated unfairly. Rosa Parks was arrested for breaking the segregation law. This news spread quickly through the black community. People were angry. They were also inspired by her courage. They felt it was time to do something. The community leaders decided to act, including Dr. King. They knew they had to be smart and organized. They decided to protest the bus company. Their protest was a boycott. A boycott is when people stop using a service or product to show they are unhappy. They asked every black person in Montgomery to stop riding the city buses. This was a big decision. Many people needed the bus to go to work or to school, but they were united. They believed that together they could make a change. Dr. King was chosen to lead the boycott. Dr. King gave a famous speech at the start of the boycott. He told the people their protest was right and just. If we are wrong, the Supreme Court of this nation is wrong. If we are wrong, the Constitution of the United States is wrong. If we are wrong, God Almighty is wrong. His words gave people strength and courage. The boycott began. For the next 381 days, black people in Montgomery did not ride the buses. They walked for many miles. They organized carpools to share rides. They helped each other. It was very difficult, but they did not give up. The biggest moment for the civil rights movement happened on August 28, 1963. On that day, more than 250,000 people came to Washington, D.C. They came from all over the country, black people, white people, young people, old people. They gathered for a huge peaceful demonstration called the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. They wanted to show the government that the whole country was demanding change. They wanted new laws to protect the civil rights of all Americans. The march ended at the Lincoln Memorial, a famous monument in the city. Many leaders spoke to the huge crowd. The last person to speak that day was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He stood in front of the massive statue of Abraham Lincoln. He began to give a speech. At first he was reading from his notes, but then he put his papers aside. He began to speak from his heart. He said the famous words, "I have a dream." He repeated this phrase many times. "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." This beautiful sentence expressed his deepest hope. He was dreaming of a future where what is inside a person, their kindness, their intelligence, their personality, is more important than what they look like on the outside. It is a dream of true equality and friendship. His dream was for a new America. It helped to persuade the government to pass the Civil Rights Act of 1964, a law that made segregation illegal. A useful expression is to speak from the heart, which means to speak with sincere and deep feeling. Dr. King's work had a huge impact. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 were 2 major laws that were passed because of the movement he led. These laws were giant steps toward equality. They made many forms of discrimination illegal. For his incredible work in leading a nonviolent revolution for civil rights, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. He was only 35 years old, one of the youngest people ever to receive this famous award. Even with these great victories, Dr. King knew there was more work to do. He began to focus on economic justice. He saw that many people were poor. He started to plan a Poor People's Campaign. The goal was to bring poor people of all races together to demand better jobs, better wages, better housing. He wanted to fight poverty for everyone. Sadly, Dr. King was not able to finish this work. His life was cut short. On April 4, 1968, he was in Memphis, Tennessee. He was there to support sanitation workers who were on strike for better pay. While standing on the balcony of his motel, he was shot and killed. He was only 39 years old. The world was shocked and deeply saddened by his death. It was a terrible tragedy. A great voice for peace and justice was silenced. His loss was felt by millions of people around the globe. Although his life ended too soon, his spirit and his dream did not die. The things he fought for and the way he fought for them continue to inspire people everywhere. His life shows us that one person can make a very big difference in the world. His legacy lives on. A legacy is something that a person leaves behind for future generations. Dr. King's legacy is his message of peace, equality, and love. The story of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is more than just a history lesson. It is a story about the power of a dream and the courage to fight for it. It shows us that even when things seem very difficult, we should never give up hope. Dr. King faced enormous challenges, but he kept going. He held on to his dream, and you can hold on to your goal of learning English. Sometimes it can feel difficult. You might make mistakes or feel that you are not learning fast enough. In these moments, remember Dr. King's persistence. He knew that important goals take time and effort. Learning a new language is an important goal. It helps you connect with more people. It opens up a new world of books, movies, friendships. A useful expression is to hold on to something, which means to keep it and not let it go. Dr. King held on to his dream, and you can hold on to your goal of learning English. When you learn English, you're helping to make that dream come true. Keep learning, keep growing, keep dreaming.